ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Jalen Smith. Josh Giddey is out there with the Coral. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. Giddey against Dick. Takes the 13-footer, and Barnes sends it back. The finish, and it's Barnes snapping it down.
Well, this kid has hops. Barnes gets airborne there and slams it down.
They set the screen, and Barnes sends it back. And going out of bounds, last touch by Barnes. Dick with the steal. Pass to Ingram. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And I love it when Ingram works for that high percentage look. Such a high basketball IQ.
Buzelis sets a screen for Giddey. And they pick up 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here's Ingram. Here's Pirtle. Rebounded by Vucevic. And Tim, of the teams that were not in the playoffs or even in the play-in last season, you can make a case the Raptors among many teams that have a lot of potential to get there this year.
Yeah, I agree, and you could also put the Spurs in that conversation too. But if you're just looking at the East, the Raptors could easily climb back into relevance as their young talent develops.
Now here's Giddey. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. Here's Buzelis. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Dick. And the dunk by Dick.
Well, that's what makes Dick dangerous. You can't just play him as an outside shooter. He'll go to the hoop like he did there.
Giddey kicks to Smith. Here's Okoro. Connects from three-point range. Okoro's got 5 points so far.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intention.
Dick against Giddey. Latrey. And it's Vucevic missing. The Raptors with the lead. Pirtle, the pass to Barrett. Ingram outside.
2 minutes left in the first. 2 minutes.
Pirtle sets the pick for Ingram. A 3 from Barnes. Rebounded by Vucevic. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Okoro, some solid defense from Ingram.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Outside, Barrett. Over in the corner, Barnes. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Giddey goes in. And stolen by Barnes. Dick passes to Barrett. Raptors moving the ball around. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
Here's Dick. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. Off target from outside. Raptors leading by 5. And here's Ingram from the arc. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Now here is Pirtle. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Dick on the wing. Giddy defending. Dick passes to Pirtle. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
A three from Barnes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Toronto with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
And their ball pressure has been a major story in this one. Their ability to create turnovers and then turn that into offense. What a huge difference that has made.
Perimeter pairing, Barrett and Ingram. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. And it's Dick in at the one. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Barrett with the ball. Yep, that one goes in there. Barrett's got the lead up to 12 now for the Raptors.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
You know, Tim, we see a lot of talented wings in this NBA. Where does R.J. Barrett separate himself?
Well, he's very difficult when he puts it on the deck, Kevin. He's got some moves, and he's got an array of finishes, both the layup package or he can pound it on your head.
Ingram outside. Pass to Dick. Back to Ingram. Outside Barrett. 6 to shoot. Barnes outside. Out to Ingram. Takes a three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And here is Okoro. He has 5. Now, Giddy. Smith on the wing. Okoro setting the pick for Smith. Pass to Okoro. Shoots over Dick. Okoro shot is off.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, the Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Kevin, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And Barrett the bucket on the assist by Barnes. And that's now 6 points for R.J. Barrett. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Giddy, no good. Toronto leading by 12. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt, and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Now here's Giddy. He has 6. Takes it off the glass. Giddy's got 6 here in this quarter.
And how about the body control? Giddy refusing to let the defense alter that shot.
Barrett kicks to Barnes. 1:27 left to play in the first half. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Barrett, no good.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Here's Giddey. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
For Chicago, Josh Giddey, 2 shots. This play is under review
After
under NBA rules.
the ruling on the floor
The officials will
stands.
have 2 minutes to review the play.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. Barnes passes to Barrett. It's Ingram on the wing. Birtle sets the pick for Ingram. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
An aggressive take from Ingram inside, earning the whistle in the process.
Toronto.
And he's good on the second. 44 seconds left in the first half. Here's Giddey. He's got 10. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Smith. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get 2 there.
And here's Ingram from the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. Okoro kicks to Smith. Pass to Vucevic. Vucevic is screen on Ingram. And so it's the Toronto Raptors looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this.
And get ready for some IRBS. And it's a easy study from Yoru. Powered by Arena Entertainment.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Josh Giddey.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Dosunmu is out there with Kobe White. Then it's Kevin Huerter. Then there's Patrick Williams. And it's Collins in at the 5 down low.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
Williams can't get it to go.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
And White slams it in.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Raptors leading by 14. On the wing quickly. White covering. Pass to Mobo. Chicago grabs the miss. White looking around. And White with the stuff.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there. Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
White down low, quickly covering. Williams passes to White. And there is the whistle that goes on Kobe White. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Toronto's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Collins with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Collins has got 5 points now in the quarter.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Quickly the pass to Abaji. Pass to Battle. Here's Abaji. He's defended by Herter. Goes up with the strike, and that one's good. Battle.
Yeah, he's got to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, if you're going to give him that shot, he will take it anytime.
Collins, good.
Well, he's had it rolling all night. He just hasn't had enough support to give them the lead.
Here's Abaji. Hasn't made one yet. Mobo can't hit. Bulls trail by 11. From deep, Herter. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. Here's Abaji. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Great use of the bounce pass right there, setting up his teammate.
From Emmanuel Quickly.
White against Quickly, and White with the stuff.
Hot off the drive, White is so explosive, leaping off the floor and throwing that one there.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That is his first foul of the game. 1:11 left in the third quarter of the game. White goes in to the paint. It's tipped. Back to Williams. From the arc. He can't get it to go. And so Quickly will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. He's got 5. Mobo can't hit. Here's White. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And both free throws good for White.
He's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the middle. Stolen by Collins. Left side Williams. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Quickly.
Substitution on the court.
So it's Chicago now. 9-point game.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Here's Barrett, and Barrett swings it in.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
Giddey gets to Smith, and stolen by Barrett. That one, no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Raptors out in... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. Barrett is out there with Dick. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, Kobe White is checked in for a cornrow. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems. And at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me, you definitely do. Ingram against Giddey. And Ingram the bucket on the assist by Barnes. That's now 8 points for Brandon Ingram. Dick against White. Smith outside, takes the three, gets the three-pointer to fall. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
White with it, picked up by Barrett. For 3, Smith, another 3 for Chicago.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Out to Ingram. Barnes sets a screen for Ingram. Here's Barnes. A huge two-handed slam.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Vucevic is screen on Dick. Now Vucevic. Oh, what a finish.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point. Vucevic, a force around the rim.
Dick against White. Hurdle with a screen on White. Dick, nice use of the glass on the finish.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
White, he takes it in. Oh, no good on the dunk. Raptors leading by 11. Here's Barnes. Finishes inside on the nice dish.
Barnes, so physical inside. He can beat you down there as well.
White setting the big for Giddey. Smith. Barnes rips down the rebound. The Raptors have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Outside, White. Outside, Smith. Here's Vucevic. 5 to shoot. Takes it inside. Oh, the one-handed hammer.
Slick drive by Buzelis. He moves well for a guy that size.
Ingram. Off target from outside. Bulls trail by 13. White outside. That one dropped.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Raptors.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Barnes.
Well, he really made his presence felt defensively. Blocking shots, altering shots. He was their anchor.
Now Smith. Barrett rips down the rebound. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were
2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Miami Heat, joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And the starting lineup for Miami, Adebayo and Ware together inside. Norman Powell out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Jaquez in at the small forward. Stan, while they're cobbling together an offense, the Heat will always compete defensively.
Well, BA, only 2 seasons in the last 3 decades have the Heat been below average in defensive rating, making that commitment a key pillar of the Heat culture.
And Barrett's teammates and coaches love when he shows some edge, slashing to the rim with purpose.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Pass to Ware. Adebayo in the post. Working on Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Dick. Here comes Toronto on the push. Barnes, no good. The Heat have gone 1 for 3 so far. Back to Hero. Adebayo, a screen on Ingram. Hero for 3. Adebayo passes to Hero. Just 5 to shoot, and he drives in. The layup misses.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Toronto passing it around. Barnes with a screen on Hero. And it's Dick off the drive, and he dunks it down.
Nice idea by Grady Dick. I mean, he put the ball on the floor, and I think that'll open things up for him.
Hero outside. Adebayo sets a screen, fires the 3. Adebayo, the second chance points on the tip-in.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points. Jaquez against Ingram. The 15-footer is good.
Well, you know Ingram has such a good all-around game. No problem at all from that mid-range area.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie.
That's great seeing Ingram there using his reach on the glass.
Pass to Jaquez. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Puts it up from 12. That doesn't go either for Hero. Raptors lead by 4. Grant, since he's coming to the league, what's jumped out to you about Hero's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, BA.
And Miami has possession after the basket by Toronto. Adebayo against Barnes. Adebayo passes to Jaquez. Hero right side. That doesn't go either for Hero.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
The drive by Ingram. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Ingram's got 6.
Well, Ingram has great scoring instincts. He knows how to find shots and capitalize on them. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Doesn't go for him. Some solid D from Jaquez. Hero with it. Picked up by Dick. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Nice pass by Hero. He is a highly skilled player.
Ware brings the double. Pass to Ingram. And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Here's Dick. And that one is stuffed right through.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Raptors?
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Setting the floor for the Heat. Adebayo and Ware together inside. Tyler Hero is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Jaquez in at the 3, the small forward. You know, Grant, with Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and OG Anunoby all winning on new teams, you wonder, did the Raptors have to blow it up?
You know, B.A., it's a fair question, but Toronto's front office saw a ceiling. So the question is, can they do better with this rebuild? And it remains to be seen. There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Barrett passes to Dick. Takes it inside. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Picked by Pirtle. Barnes on the take. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, the intensity behind the drive. Barnes was not going to be stopped.
Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Out to Powell. Barnes against Adebayo. Here he goes. 6 to shoot. Here's Jaquez. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Jakob Pirtle.
Well, he's such a hard-nosed player. Jaquez is always ready for battle.
Miami shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Well, Coach, since entering the league, Jaime Jaquez Jr. has been lauded for his strong fundamentals.
Yeah, B.A., he's got tremendous footwork, makes great use of the pump fake, and he is a tough physical player who can finish in traffic or hurt you in the post.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
Hero. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game. Oh, hammer it home.
Nice.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Barrett passes to Pirtle. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
Jakob Pirtle taking 2 shots.
And he call still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Left side, Barrett. Back to Pirtle. Pass to Ingram. To the inside. Slam dunk by Ingram.
I like that. Ingram using his length inside.
Hero against Dick. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And we've got 1:18 left in the second. Outside Jaquez. Shot clock at 5. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds now. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
There, the screen. Here's Powell. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Powell with a steal. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of this game. The kick out to Adebayo. 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Barrett. Raptors lead by 7. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Takes a 3. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read. Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Raptors out in front. They lead by 7. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
20 seconds.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today?
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
They've got Emmanuel quickly, and it's Mobo in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that middle road is more agreeable than in years past.
Rozier outside. Fontecchio with a screen. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And a vicious slam by Rozier, really sticking it to them.
Shot is good by Mamukelashvili. And the Raptors lead by 9.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And that one's good. Mitchell.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Raptors lead by 7. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Pass to Battle. Rebound Miami. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Mitchell's shot is good.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here's Mamukelashvili. Nails it from 3. Mamukelashvili's got 5 points.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Battle, and he converts the layup. And now a 10-point Raptor lead. The Heat have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. And that one's good. Jovic.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Going inside, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Mitchell, the pass to Jovic. Back to Mitchell. Off with the layup. Toronto leading by 9. To the paint. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Nice one-handed jam. simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Quickly against Wiggins. Toronto passing it around. Here's Abaji. Pass to Battle. Abaji can't hit. Heat trail by 11. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The NBA studies other leagues. Commissioner Adam Silver said, I'm a fan of what baseball did with the pitch clock and the size of bases, increasing the engagement and the entertainment value of the game. So if they're able to make changes, certainly we shouldn't be afraid to do the same. Back to you guys.
Forward thinking. Allie, thank you.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
They set the pick. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Can't get it to drop. And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Quickly drives in. Yep, that one goes. Quickly's gotten 4 this quarter. Heat trail by 11. Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Jovic. Back to Mitchell. To the inside. And that one's good. Jovic has got 5 points.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence. Missed opportunity. He's just got to shake that one off.
And so it's Toronto with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Leading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth quarter. Adebayo and Ware together inside. Norman Powell out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Jaquez in at the 3 spot.
Well, there's the versatility Bam brings to the table. Defending, scoring in the post, facilitating. He's a complete package.
Here's Dick. The 3, Barrett. The rebound by Ware. Heat trail by 9. Here's Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on Barnes.
There's a guy who just stays active all the time. Bam Adebayo.
You know, most people don't know that Bam isn't Adebayo's real first name.
No, B.A., it's actually Idris. When he was young, he was watching cartoons and flipped the coffee table over. After that, his mother started calling him Bam Bam, and it stuck.
Barnes, no good. And the Heat shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen. It doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Here's Powell. Soft touch off the glass.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to have.
Barrett finds Barnes. Into the lane. Here's Pirtle. Banked it in off the glass. Pirtle's got 6 in the quarter.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Rebounded by Dick. Toronto leading by 7. Now Barnes. Barnes going up with confidence inside.
And this is how you finish inside. Barnes, I mean, he doesn't fear anyone close to the rim.
Now Adebayo jacks up a 3. Pirtle rips down the board. Marquez. Ingram. Yes, sir! Banking in the layup.
Well, you can tell that Ingram has it going. What a difference maker he's been on offense.
Let's loose for three. Buries it from outside.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Now Barrett. 5 to shoot. Pirtle with a screen on Powell. Here's Pirtle. Oh, he can't get the layup. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Kept alive by the Heat. Sinking the follow-up shot.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Barnes outside. We've got 1:13 left in the final quarter. Stolen by Hero. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. Here's Adebayo. Oh, it misses. Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Raptors.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Jakob Poeltl.
And you can't put a price on the value of his rebounding in this game. His effort on the glass was a game changer.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Picked by Poeltl. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Dick. Oh, that one's off. Still out of sync. And so Toronto takes the win. Boy, they did. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
right, RJ. Both these teams are great passing the ball. They really rack up the assists.
These are the type of teams you want to play for because you know what? If you pass it, the ball will find you again.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, the post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. Norman Powell is out there with Yoru. And it's Jaquez in at the 3, the small forward. And stolen by Giddey. And they're on the break. It's White on the wing. He's guarded by Adebayo. It's stolen by Adebayo. Back to Yoru. And it's Ware in the corner. Powell finds Yoru. Just 5 to shoot. Driving to the basket. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Yoru can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
White drives in, up and in on the layup.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their head.
Hey, Richard, the play-in tournament has not been kind to the Bulls in the past couple of years.
Well, first of all, you shouldn't be in the play-in tournament 3 seasons in a row. That's where we should start. And every time they fail to advance, it shows how valuable getting a top 6 seed can be.
And here are the Bulls now, after the Heat pick up 2. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
And I love watching Giddey take it strong to the basket. The D has got to be aware of it.
And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. It's Powell with the drive. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Collins. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, Yoru.
And the playmaking ability of Yoru, special. Outstanding pass there off that pick and roll.
Outside, White. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. And he drives in. Here's Smith. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Yoru passes to Adebayo. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's White. Offline with his 3. The Heat leading by 5. And it's sent back by White.
And I love seeing White use that athleticism on defense. Great hustle to swat that shot.
Powell kicks to Yoru. Wants to get it to Powell and does. Yep, it counts.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Yoru against White. Stolen by Yoru. And here we go. Fast break, and Hero's got it. Jaquez can't hit. Bulls trail by 7. Here's Giddey. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Adebayo kicks to Hero. Ware, and he drops it in from the low post. Ware's got 8 points.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up.
And so it's the Miami Heat in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Kobe White is out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Collins, and it's Smith, and it's Booz Ellison at the small forward. Ware, no good. Bulls trail by 9. Here's Collins. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Ware. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Booz Ellis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Norman Powell.
Whether he's off ball or on it, you just love what Booz Ellis brings to the floor.
Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. The clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And I also have to call out how they've outworked their opponent. Doing a great job of crashing the offensive glass and just creating those second chance points. Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Is outside. It's tipped. And they're running. Here's Giddey. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Here's Powell. And he lays it straight in. Powell's got 9 points.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Here's White. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And love the commitment from White. He took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Here's Powell. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks. Bam Adebayo is now the Heat's all-time leader in double-doubles. Bam said, I want to be number 1 in some, if not all of these categories. I just have to keep improving and keep chipping away. And then it's just focusing on getting these wins. Kevin, back to you.
Good priority. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
An important 2-point, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
On the wing, Giddey. Guarded by Powell. Giddey kicks to White. Into the lane. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
The IQ of White, reading those pick and rolls and just taking what the D gives him.
Ware with it. White on him. Left side, Adebayo. The Heat need to get a shot off. Ware, good. Ware's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
White against Hero. Now here's Giddey, guarded closely. Pass to Buzelis. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Buzelis has got 5 points so far. Outside, Hero. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. Here's Ware. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. Seeing some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Heat lead by 3. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shots.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. On the court for the Heat, Fontecchio is out there with Wiggins, and it's Mitchell, and it's Jovic in at the center position.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. A nice shot by Okoro.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I like that. Give Wiggins something in rhythm, and he knocks it down.
The #1 overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins, certainly capable.
Elite length and athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and of course, a championship from that same season.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And Jovic gets it to go.
Nice little draw up there from the inbounds play to get them an easy bucket.
Okoro kicks to Herter. Now here's Okoro. Defense is right there. Here's Dosunmu. Rebound by Mitchell.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Fontecchio. Vucevic defending. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Fontecchio. And the shot goes in. Fontecchio's got the lead up to 10 now for the Heat.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
With the drive, they grab their own miss. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Larson. 10-point lead. This is their big lead. And Jovic gets it to go.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
2 minutes remaining.
Now, here's Dosunmu, covered by Mitchell. No one near Herter as he lets it fly. And he's good on the 3-ball. Herder's got his first 3 points of the game. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
That's a strong take by Wiggins. I like the aggressiveness.
The Heat have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Bulls trail by 12. Here's a Okoro. Williams. Pass to Herder. A second chance effort. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Herder's got 5 points so far.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Pass to Okoro. Just 5 on the clock. Over Mitchell. Okoro's shot is off.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Back to Wiggins. On the wing, Mitchell. Wiggins outside. Off the left rim and out.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
For Chicago, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Collins checked in for Vucevic. Ellis comes in for Kevin Herder. Josh Giddey's checked in for Isaac Okoro. And it's Kobe White in for Dosunmu. And a wide open look for Hero. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Here's White. And the Bulls with another miss. Hero attacking. Off on the layup.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And so it's the Miami Heat up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Zach Collins is out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's White. And it's Ellis in at the 3.
And inside is where Bam is at his best. He knows how to outwork the other guys in the paint.
White, good.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch because that's who's going to come away with this one.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. That one's not going to go. Miami leading by 9. Here's Powell. It's rebounded by Giddey.
It seems like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Here's Ware.
Oh, my goodness. Man. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. That one drops for him. Hero's got the lead up to 13 now for Miami.
Man, Hero is sinister off the dribble.
Giddey with the screen on Hero. White with it. Now defended by Powell. Puts it right back up and in.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Here's Adebayo. Knocks down the 3.
Adebayo stretching his range, able to connect there.
Outside, White. Now Giddey. And they pick up the 2.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Powell. Off the glass.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Collins.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And the three misses. Miami leading by 14. Hero with it. Defended by Giddey. Powell outside. Here's Hero. Oh, the dunk.
And there's that vertical of Hero. Gets off the floor with ease and just hammers that one down.
White driving inside. And he banks the layup in.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Heat.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Tyler Hero.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me. Effortlessly creating for his teammates.
Niko Jovic is checked in for Miami.
Number 5, Nikola Jovic.
Here's Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's tipped.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
Puts the move on. Nails the jumper. Outside, Adebayo. Now Hero. And that one is good.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Miami Ball.
Miami controlling the game. 17-point lead, their biggest. From way back. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Grant.
Yeah, BA, and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
So the Raptors starting 5. Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. Grady Dick out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's good.
Oh, that's some big-time grit by R.J. Barrett. You want some contact on me? I can finish anyway.
Barrett against White. Smith with a screen on Barrett. White the pass to Smith. Uses the glass on the layup.
That's really impressive movement from James Smith. Set the screen, get to the hoop.
Here's the pick. Nice move. Oh!
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, BA, I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Yep, that one's good.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. White with it. To the wing on the left. Clock at 6. Smith passes to White. It's rebounded by Barrett. The Raptors have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Shots blocked.
Boy, nice job by Smith. Gets a piece of the ball without committing the foul.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, BA. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
Well, this guy's so crafty. Once he catches the defender a little bit out of position, it's a very good bet he's going to get some free throws.
Now here's Dick. Pirtle with a screen on White. Outside for Ingram. And a miss there on the triple.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside White. And the power finish by Vucevic.
This guy, a strong rebounder who uses his frame well. Vucevic has a knack for being in the right spot.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Boy, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, good stuff. Here's Kitty, following the three-point basket by Toronto.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Here's Dick. Chicago with a rebound.
Boy, maybe nothing more important than what just happened. Protecting the rim without fouling.
And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. That'll put Kobe White on the line. It's going to be on Brandon Ingram. 1:07 left to play in the first. Outside Ingram. Pass to Barrett. And here's Pirtle. Vucevic with a steal. And here's Giddey. Still no points. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
Well, that's about confidence and composure on the interior. Josh Giddey does stand 6'8", makes that a little easier.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Giddey with a screen on Barrett. Pass to Vucevic. Barnes with the rebound.
With not a defender in sight, there's no one to blame but himself.
Here's Ingram. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Both free throws good from Ingram. Here's Buzelis. Misses off the inbound. It's all tied in Chicago. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
Buzelis out there with Jalen Smith. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Giddey in at the 2. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And so here is Chicago. Toronto making their last shot. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, legit threat to finish it with authority.
Barrett against Giddey. Kicks it out to Barnes. Pirtle with a screen on Smith. 5 on the clock. Barnes finds Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
I'm not sure which is better, Pirtle's screen or his finish, but either way, nice execution in the roll.
Here's White. There's the drive. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. White's got 11.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Picked by Pirtle. Here's Ingram. Rebound by the Bulls. Outside White. Pass to Giddey. The 3. It's rebounded by Dick.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
A 6'8" point guard. Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
He drops it from range.
Yeah, Jalen Smith wants to stretch the floor. He's got a sweet shot.
Pirtle with a screen on Smith. Here's Barnes. Pass to Pirtle. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. Chicago ball. Second quarter play. Almost 3 minutes gone here. White with it. He's working on Pirtle.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
The shot by Pirtle, no good.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
White pass to Smith. And it's Toronto with a rebound. On the wing, Grady Dick. He's guarded by White. The shot by Pirtle, no good. Chicago leading by 5. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. For 3, Smith. Pirtle grabs a miss.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Outside Dick, 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Pirtle. Smith with the rebound.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Now here's White. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. On target from range. Buzelis has got 5 now.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career. He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. Raptors trail by 6. Down low. Vucevic with a steal. Here's Giddey. And he gets it to go. Now 2 of 6 in the game.
Josh Giddey at 6'8", guys. That floater's going to be tough to deal with.
Here's Barrett going inside, and he jams it home with authority.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Fires in the triple. And now just a 3-point Bulls lead.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
And they'll get another chance. Smith. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Bulls up by 3. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Raptors 28.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Kobe White.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
So for Toronto right now, they've got Emmanuel quickly, and it's Mamukelashvili in at power forward. For the tie, the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Chicago leading. Here's Jones. Collins passes to Dosunmu. Off target from outside.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Here's Abaji. He's covered by Dosunmu. They set the screen for the lead. Stolen by Collins. Here's Herter. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Herter's got his first 2 points.
And he's looking to get on a roll here to start the second half.
And I've got to believe that was something they talked about during the break. Get him some good looks into the paint, get into the heart of the defense. Beautiful.
Now here's Quickly. Hasn't got one to fall yet. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, BA, the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras can start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Back to you guys.
All for one. Allie, thanks for the report. Now here's Quickly. Here he goes. Drops in the layup for 2.
Boy, when Quickly drives, you see that suddenness, and there's also a control there. Both are important.
Primarily seen as a scorer, Emmanuel Quickly's defense is often overlooked, Doris.
It is, BA, and I think the first thing about his defensive effort is important, right? He works very hard. His navigation over screens. He's very quick with his rotation. He's a really long-rangey athlete. Couldn't agree more about being overlooked defensively.
Yeah, sometimes you have to flex into the mid-range. Emmanuel Quickly ready to do just that.
Jones feels it out. Kicks it out to Collins. That's good, and it's Jones with the assist. Collins has got 5 now.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
It's Mobo. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, that is an easy read for Mr. Quickly, simply finding the open man.
Poke loose. Out of bounds. It'll be Bulls ball. A line change here for Chicago.
Substitution on the court.
Chicago trailing here. Now here's White. 13 points in the game. Pass to Buzelis. Now here's Vucevic. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot two.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
And the Raptors making a change here. Barnes, he's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Ingram comes in for Abaji. Barrett's checked in for Battle. And it's Dick in for Quickly. White for three. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Boy, he's been lights out. You want to talk about an efficient offensive game. Wow. All right, Scotty Barnes showing us you want to be in the dunk contest, young sir.
It's Vucevic, high post. Outside Giddey. Chicago passing it around. And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul of the game. Hurdles checked in for Mobo.
First team foul. Raptors substitution.
White drives in. It's stolen by Ingram. Here's Barrett. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 5 rebounds tonight. Three-pointer, Buzelis. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. It could go. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Raptors out in front, up 4. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Kobe White out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Buzelis. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Smith in at the powered forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
You're putting the length to work. Ingram secures the ball and finishes the play strong.
And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Giddey with it. He's picked up by Pirtle. Giddey passes to White. 6 to shoot. Back to Giddey. It's stolen by Pirtle. And now the Raptors on the break. Barnes finds Ingram. Barnes with a screen on Vucevic. Back to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
You can see how well Scotty Barnes moves on a basketball floor. And I mean that north and south, and what hops this young man has.
Smith with a screen on Barrett. Smith outside. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Ingram. Ingram's got 4 rebounds in the game. Inside, Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
It's problematic for the defense because Scotty Barnes has been allowed to catch his rhythm, and his game is really flowing right now.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. Oh, it's off. Raptors lead by 8. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Chicago making some changes. Collins comes in for Smith, and Herter's subbed in for Giddey. The Raptors also with a sub. Mobo, he's checked in for Pirtle. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Herder. And a one-handed slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now Barrett. It's Barnes on the wing. Herder defending. Rebounded by Vucevic. Bulls trail by 6. And there's the whistle. They'll pin that one on Nikola Vucevic. That's his first foul. Well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation with the coach's challenge. Probably won't make a difference to the outcome, but they still want to review the call.
The clock is under video review under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes
Game.
to review
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Ingram, and he drives in. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Yeah, Ingram is having a great night so far, playing passionate offense and finding lots of quality looks.
Herder! Yes, sir! From 13 feet.
Well, you give him that good a look, he is going to typically make you pay.
Collins drips down the board. Bulls trail by 6. Vucevic using the glass to lay it in.
Vucevic so confident in himself and his teammates come along with him.
Now Barrett. Here's Dick from deep. Now Ingram. Barrett fires. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Bulls on offense. Herder. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Barrett.
One thing you know about RJ, if there's a shot to be taken, even in a big-time moment, he will step in.
White. Cashes it in.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Late here in the quarter, they still have a foul to give.
It's stolen by Ingram. And now the Raptors on the break. Barrett. It's good.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
So it's Toronto picking up the win. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know,
matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. Perimeter pairing, Barrett and Ingram. And it's Dick in at the point guard.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work to make him into something special. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And it's Ingram missing. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, Coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, "We'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove. We'll see if they can execute." Back to you, Kevin.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. And a player, Jim, who stuffs the stat sheet, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Kevin, he just has a great all-around game. But the thing I like the most, he's very unselfish. He will pass up a shot if a teammate has a better one.
Now here's Ingram. Here's Pirtle. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Adebayo with a screen on Barrett. Yoru on the wing. Barrett covering on the wing. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get. Is that just a miscommunication? It just can't happen. Let's hope they get on the same page.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Hero kicks to Ware. And the Heat, another 3.
Oh, nice ball movement. Hero's an underrated passer. Makes great decisions.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Up top, Hawkins. Barrett covering. It's Hero with the drive. Banked in off the glass. Hero's got 7.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Hero, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
Well, his contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them. And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Where Miami no good on that time either.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And all the attention goes to Dick's jump shot, but he's a willing passer as well.
Now, Hero, he has 7. Dick with the steal. And now Barnes running the floor all by himself.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
Now, Hero to the right side. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up, and the slams are just too good to miss. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up, official. And here we go with the coach's challenge. I'm surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Tyler Hero. The play will be reviewed.
After the review, ruling on the floor is overturned.
There will be 2 minutes to review the
Tough.
play.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called.
What a finish!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And so... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
So for Toronto right now, perimeter pairing, Barrett and Ingram. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. And it's Dick in at the 1. Last year marked the first All-Star appearance for Tyler Hero. Tim, he clearly is the pride in Milwaukee, one of the great high school players from that area.
Well, Kevin, he has finally put it all together and taken his game to the next level. Not just scoring, but also creating.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Back to you.
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Here's Barrett. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Powell. Dick with the steal. Barrett the pass to Dick. Ingram against Hawkhead. Birtle sets the pick for Ingram. Lays it up off the glass. Ingram's got 9.
And this is what you want more of. Ingram has to keep being aggressive like this.
There's Hero with the 3. Barnes grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And a big dunk there from a springy Barnes. He gets up fast there for the hammer.
There's a screen. Hero kicks to Ware. Hero passes to Adebayo. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's good from Barnes on the assist by Dick. Barnes has got the lead up to 9 now for Toronto.
Barnes so physical inside. He can beat you down there as well.
So, Tim, when you look at what wins in this NBA, many say the heyday of the super team has come and gone. Why is that?
Well, I believe the new collective bargaining agreement has made it awfully difficult for teams to pay 3 stars and also fill out their roster with complementary role players.
So what's the answer? How do teams build?
I think the answer Oklahoma City has captured. You have to have great chemistry, certainly a star at the top, and then guys that understand the pecking order of that team. I think that's how you get it done and build around defense.
Great example.
They look to Barrett in these spots because they trust the young man's ability to finish in the open court.
Here's Ware, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. There's the pick. Pass to Mobo. Off with the layup. The Heat trail by 7. Powell kicks to Adebayo. Sinks the triple. Adebayo's got 7 points in the game.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Ingram up top. Is defending. Barnes the screen. Hit passes to Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And how about the body control? Barnes sets the screen and then a nice spin there to get open.
Stripped it away. Pass to Mobo. Comes up empty down low.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Adebayo gets the foul. Wants to get it to Dick and does. Barrett with the ball. Picked up by Hero. Barnes screen on Hero. Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And pick and roll is huge in today's game. Barrett realizing what to do in those sets.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Mitchell passes to Fontecchio. That will count. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
With a score,
It's the Raptors up by 6. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena.
37.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We're seeing a tremendous game here from Tyler Hero.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Nothing in this league more difficult to defend than a well-timed weak side cut.
Fontecchio is out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Mitchell. And it's Jovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Mitchell. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Miami shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And the trade of Jimmy Butler. Tim, the Heat's star power took a hit.
Well, one thing is for certain in this league, you need stars to win big. Draft picks, flexibility, those things are great. Even nice young players, but it's only going to take you so far.
Here's Larson. And it's off from three-point range. Raptors leading by 4. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Miami ball.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Mitchell. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Clock at 6. Mitchell outside. A rebound by Battle. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. He's covered by Fontecchio. And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time.
Davion Mitchell.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Quickly looking it over. 5 to shoot. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
And his active hands right there prevented that entry pass.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Quickly. And that one, good. And the Raptors lead by 6. And here are the Heat now. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Fontecchio. Over to the wing. Here's Abaji. Acted quickly. Here's Mamu Kalashvili. Just 4 to shoot. And he slams it one-handed.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Mobo can't hit. The Heat trail by 8. On three-pointer, Wiggins. Mobo with the rebound.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Mitchell passes to Larson. And here's Wiggins. This one for 3. Drills it from outside.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
And a quiet disposition for Andrew Wiggins. Tim, he lets his game do the talking.
Well, Kevin, his teammates love him for that reason. And remember, he was a key cog in Golden State's title in 2022, and the Warriors players and coaches had a difficult time parting with him.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, a bit of youth movement for the Miami Heat. Their rising star guard, Tyler Hero, said, "We've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about." This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. Kevin?
Okay, Allie, thanks.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Jovic passes to Mitchell. Higgins outside. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Larson. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Toronto leading by 9.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
You're going to have to be very patient right here. Let's see how it plays out.
Birtle sets the pick for Barnes. Mitchell with the steal. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Raptors lead by... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Setting the floor for the Raptors. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. Dick is out there with Barrett. And it's Birtle in at the center position. Hero against Ingram. Inside. And the dunk by Birtle.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Hero up top, Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Barrett with the ball. Now defended by Adebayo. Pass to Dick. Back to Pirtle. It's Dick on the wing. To the inside. 5 on the clock. Nice shot by Pirtle.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Ware kicks to Hero. Back to Ware. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Pirtle. That is his first foul of the game. Wiggins is checked in for Miami. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Pirtle with the steal. And Barrett gets it to go. And now an 11-point Raptor lead. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Raptors?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And the relentless pace has really taken a toll on the opposition.
Here's Pirtle.
That's as good as it gets.
Oh, the slam dunk.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision, plays with a good recognition and been very unselfish. And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Down he goes for three. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. You've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch and shoot percentages. Can I get off threes and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing. And I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. Think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Outside Ingram. Here's Barnes. Dip! He's off from three. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's foul number 2 for him. The Heat trail by 9. Hero looking around. Wiggins a screen on Barrett. Ingram with the steal.
And that's turned over in about the most frustrating way possible.
Yeah, that's just a lack of concentration. You have to be more careful handling the basketball.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Toronto.
This is a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Grady Dick.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Now Barnes connects on the change.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought? Whoa!
What a play!
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Barrett against Hero. Powell with the steal.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, anything they do at this point is going to be futile. Too little, too late.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin.
That's the end of the game.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
expect to see tonight. Great guard play on both sides.
Well, these matchups can be so compelling. You know you're going to get elite ball handling, passing, shot creation. No question, this one's going to be entertaining to watch.
And now the opening lineup for Chicago. Buzelis out there with Kevin Huerter. Then it's Kobe White. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Giddey in at the 2. Now here's Hero. From deep. Chicago with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
White against Powell. Huerter, a screen on Powell. White drives in. Well, Coach, when you think about the NBA, and here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls.
The officials will have 2 minutes
The ruling
to
on the
review the
floor.
play.
There's no
Stands.
doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Shooting 2.
And he makes a first. And the Bulls, with one playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history, Stan.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find a path back to relevance?
Here's White. Miami making their last shot. Driving in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. White's got 6.
Well, at first, White shows the burst. Then, the control off the drive.
The putback. Pass to Ware. Tries again. And it's Chicago with a board. Here's Giddey. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
How about Giddey just flicking it in? I mean, that's not an easy shot.
To the middle. The kick out to Adebayo. Back to Ware. Pass to Hero. Shot clock at 6. Out to Powell. Over Giddey. Powell's shot is off.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And that one's good. Giddey.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Wiggins for 3. He can't hit that time. And here's Chicago. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Huerter into the lane, and he goes in for the dunk.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now here's Wiggins. Where the screen. Oh, big finish! The reverse jam, unbelievable!
And making the extra pass. Wiggins' teammates appreciate his willingness to get it to them when they're uncovered.
Heat trail by 8. Down low. Here's Adebayo. It's hauled in by White.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Drills it from deep. White's got 9.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Now here's Hero. And a nice finish on the layup. Hero's got his second basket of the game.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
White, the pass to Vucevic. White looking it over. Vucevic, a screen on Powell. Here's White. Rebound by the Heat. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Hero. Sinks that one from the post. 6 points for him.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
White with it. Picked up by Ware. The rebound by Ware. Heat trail by 7. Miami moving it around. With the drive. And the shot's good.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Here's White. The shot, no good. Oh, great D that time from Powell. Here's Hero. No good with the elbow jumper. Kobe White, he's feeling it tonight. And he's been the driving force. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Powell at the 2 with Wiggins at the 3. Adebayo and Ware together inside. And it's Hero in at the point. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Heat. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes, that makes us a dangerous team." Back to you, Brian.
He's finding that balance. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Now here's Hero. He's got 6. Adebayo passes to Hero. Shot clock at 2. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul.
A terrific box out that draws the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it's something we don't see a whole lot in games. Just too aggressive going up.
And for Tyler Hero, people immediately think of the shooting, but there's much more to his game, Coach.
Yeah, B.A., look, he's much improved as a playmaker. As a rookie, he only averaged about 2 assists. But last year, I think he was over 5, and he gives a consistent effort at the defensive end of the floor.
Now here's Adebayo. Yet to see a basket. Here's Ware. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
White against Powell. Pass to Buzelis. From behind the arc. Connects from downtown. And the Bulls lead by 5.
I think it's great to see that kind of confidence in a young guy like Buzelis.
Here's Hero. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And you have to love the focus. He gets hit, but converts it anyway.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Well, to play great defense, teams have to provide help. But how do you avoid overhelping?
It's a great question, B.A., and it's like anything in the game. Basketball is a game of decisions. I think people look at it and they talk about athletic ability and they talk about skills, which are both important. But the best players and the best teams are the best decision makers, and the same thing goes as to when to help and when to stay home on a shoot.
And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Hero. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Hero's got 5 points now this quarter. Well, Chicago's shooting has been great this game, 58%. Powell against White. Pass to Vucevic. No good on the 3.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him. I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
Tyler Hero.
White against Powell. They need this. Up again. Giddey passes to White. Pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Hero. Herter from long range. And it's Miami with a rebound. And a little little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Adebayo feeling it out a bit. And here's where. Oh!
Wow!
And he hammers in the reverse slam.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Here's Buzelis. Lays it up and banks it in. Buzelis has got 5 now.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
Here's Adebayo. The size and power from Bam inside.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Pass to Vucevic. Back to White. There's the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 11 points in the game.
That's White shaking him off, creating room off the dribble.
It's Hero on the take.
And that's exactly how you make a statement. He pulls off a move we might not even see in the slam dunk contest.
You think he planned that one? I think it looked like he had one of those dunks that just kind of happens.
I agree. Check out the immediate response to the jam.
Oh, both sides are fired up. It's Powell on the wing. And it's blocked. Hero against Giddey. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Hero for 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Miami out in front, leading by just 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And get ready for the fans half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today?
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right there.
Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Okoro is out there with Jalen Smith. Then there's Zach Collins. Then there's Dosunmu. And it's Jones in at the point guard. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And he drops the first. Both free throws good from Mitchell. Bulls trail by 4. Collins outside. Launches it, and the three-pointer goes. Collins has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And that one's good. Mitchell. Chicago has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Jones drives in, and he lays it up and in.
The quickness of Jones, a challenge for the defense.
Mitchell, the pass to Fontecchio. That 3's off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Collins, and the layup is good off the glass. Collins has got 5 points in the quarter.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Miami needs to get off a shot here. 3 on the clock. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. And now a 4-point Heat lead.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Now here's Jones. Back to Smith. Launches a three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Jovic. Now here's Mitchell. Count that one. Mitchell's got 6.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Smith outside. Collins passes to Dosunmu. No good on the 3. Miami leading by 3. Outside Jaquez. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trey Jones. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Larson. He's scoreless. Clock at 6. Outside Jaquez. From deep, Mitchell. And again, Miami with a triple.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get that.
Collins with a screen on Mitchell. Jones drives in. Collins outside. And the ball out of play. The Heat will have it. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Left side, Mitchell. Mitchell, double team. Back to Fontecchio. Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And that's gotta hurt. The turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Pass to Larson. Puts up a 3. And that one's good. Mitchell for 3. Mitchell's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Look, when he gets hot, it's scary. Feeling it right now.
Kicks it out to Collins. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Jovic. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And now it's a 9-point Miami lead.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Jones feels it out. 6 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up. Here's the steal. Here's Larson. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And so it's Miami closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. At the forward slots, it's Wiggins and Bam. Norman Powell out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Miami. To the inside. Bam drops the hammer.
Yeah, Adebayo there throwing it down with a little attitude.
Outside Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Outside White. Outside Giddey. That one goes in.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Hero with it. And it's Giddey picking him up. And that one's good. And the Heat lead by 13.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Vucevic, a screen on Hero. Pass to Giddey. Here's Vucevic. Oh, the lead pass. Great dish.
Well, offensively, that's what you want to get. Vucevic from point-blank range.
Powell outside. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Wiggins. Rebounded by Vucevic.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Cash from downtown.
You have to love their intensity right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
Just springing off the floor. Wiggins showing his athletic ability.
Down it goes.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Outside Wiggins. Here's Wiggins to the hole. Oh, Andrew Wiggins taking flight.
Yeah, what a creative dunker Wiggins is. It's really fun watching him rise up and finish with power.
It's White with a drive. Giddey fires. Oh, off target from downtown. Miami leading by 7. Wiggins. Rebounded by Giddey. 1:09 left in the fourth. Shoots from 8. Banks it home. Big shot.
His teammates look too zealous in the big moment, and he must be doing something right.
Hero outside. Here's Adebayo. And here's Hero.
And Hero is so confident. When he's looking to score inside, he does not back away from contact.
First team foul. Now at the line.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Hey, he made every one to put a little extra security around this lead.
It's White with a drive. And he nails it!
Oh, man. Massive points from Buzelis. Yes.
Now Wiggins puts up the tray. Rebounded by Giddey.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
And here are the Heat. Now Hero. From long range. So a close game sees Miami taking this. All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. Thank you for joining us.